brilliant. Well, hi, Kirk. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us. First things first, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm actually in New York right now doing press.
Okay.
So, it's all good. I'm all about promotion. Yeah, everything's going well, man. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, it's promotion time because you obviously have just released your debut solo record, Dream in Motion. Really long time coming. So I guess the question is, why now?
It's something that I've actually been thinking about for a really long time.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I never had the time to do it.
Okay.
And it took me a little over 2 years from the idea of doing it to actually complete the record. It's just something I wanted to do to show. I listen to so many styles of music, so for me, it's just an opportunity to show another side of my writing personality. To do something that's a bit different from Crowbar. And it was a challenge, and to be honest, I was a little nervous about stepping out and doing everything, doing it on my own, where everything, everybody's whatever. I'm the only name on the thing, basically. Yeah. So, it was a little, it did make me a little nervous, but I'm very proud with the way it came out, and overwhelmed reviews and stuff have overwhelmingly been positive, which I was kind of surprised, really. So, all in all, I'm very happy with the way it came out and people's reaction with it.
You say you were surprised that it was well received. I mean, ignoring the fact that you've got name value on the basis of your previous history throughout the music, why were you surprised?
It was kind of like up in the air, like, are Crowbar fans going to accept this?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
it going to be, they're going to feel like it's just not heavy, which it's not supposed to be heavy. That's the whole idea of calling it a solo record.
Yep.
If I put this out and called it Crowbar, I would understand the negative backlash. But, it was just, I'm a bit surprised at how well it seems like it's being received,
Yeah.
And it's definitely reaching a different audience. I have friends of mine on Facebook who I went to school with, when I was a kid, and they're like, I'm so proud of you with Crowbar, but it's too heavy for me. Like, I just love your new video for Dream in Motion, and I think it's reaching a bit of a different audience. I surely don't want to alienate any of the Crowbar fans, but that was definitely not the purpose of doing a record. But if I can make some new fans along the way who prefer this softer type of Crowbar stuff, for lack of a better term, then I think that's all a good thing.
Well, not only that, I guess, as well. If you're looking for entry into, so they start with your solo album, they love the sound of your voice, so they love what you're doing in this, and maybe then it leads into the other heavier side of the music as well, I imagine.
Yeah, that's actually a good, I really didn't think of it that way. I thought of it as, God, I don't want to alienate the Crowbar fans, and I think most of them will dig it, because it's still dark, it's still very emotional, it's still got a dark vibe to it. The vibe is heavy, although sonically it's not, it's not a heavy sounding record, but I never really thought of it that way, though, that, about some people liking the solo record may take that step and check out Crowbar.
Yeah. Yeah, there is that possibility, I suppose, as well. And especially, even if you're a Crowbar fan and you're kind of not expecting to love this, it's a chance for you as an artist to express another side of yourself, as you said at the start. Guess when you're with Crowbar and Down and so on, you have to do things in a certain way. Here you didn't have to, right?
Correct, and that was a lot of the. I had freedom within my own self as a writer.
Yeah.
I had freedom from the record company to just make us a great record. We know it's going to be different, but there was no deadline, no time limit, no pressure. It was just they were just waiting to hear it.
Yeah.
And thankfully they really loved the finished product.
And for yourself on that finished product, listening to it, it's kind of melodic, dreamy, meditative style. Was this something you were actually aiming for? Was there a sort of something was there an end goal in sound that you were like, this is what I want to hear?
Really the style that it ended up being, I guess, is really, because the thing is, when I had the idea of doing the solo record, I had no music. I idea. My first thought was to maybe do an acoustic record.
Okay.
So it really kind of just grew into its own thing, its own entity. I really didn't have like, okay, it's going to sound like this. I started writing mellow stuff, and as the record went on, I would write a song and go in and record it, forget about it for a month or so, go on tour with Crowbar, come back, do another one, and so there really wasn't like an exact
blueprint,
like sound and everything that I wanted, but what it did end up sounding like, I'm very pleased with.
Yeah, because you wouldn't really, listening to it, you wouldn't really know that there was ever these kind of month-long gaps you describe. You would listen to it and think, oh, this sounds like a complete... Or you sat in a studio for a week and this is what you put out.
Right. And it's weird because it was not like that at all. I mean, I would... Like, the cool thing really was I never... I might burn a CD of... Say we'd be done with the... music tracks on one, I'd burn a CD and listen to it in my car on the way home from the studio, which 2 or 3 times, and I'm home, and then I just forget about it. So like I would go back to the studio, especially as the writing process was nearing the end of it.
Yeah.
I would hear songs and completely forgot that I even wrote the song, or completely even forgot that I wrote. It's like I'll be listening. Oh yeah, I remember this was good. Then it would go into something different. I'm like, and me and Dwayne, the producer, are like, I said, man, I totally fucking forgot about this. He's like, me too. This is great. So it was kind of good to not. I didn't live and breathe it, and 24/7, which I do sometimes, and that works on some of the Crowbar stuff. We did that with Down on a couple of the records. But for me on this, it was just, hey, you know what? I got nothing to do. Wednesday, and it's a Monday afternoon, so I call up Dwayne. He says, "Yeah, I got the studio. I said, I'll see you there for 3."
Oh, wicked! So I guess that kind of stopped you as well, being too overly fiddly with things, and putting your fingers into a track far too many times to the point where it stops being what I guess it started as.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big believer, especially with lyrics, but with music too. But a lot of times I would come in with one simple little idea and just write the rest of the song, and 2 hours later it was done. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. So I like that spontaneity, and I like the fact of not overthinking. A lot of times when you overthink, and I mean, I guess there is a way you can say that you try too hard. If you let something flow naturally, and with any type of art, but in my case, obviously it's music.
Yeah.
But if you just let your emotions and your writing and everything come out, and just when it's done, it's done. And not go back and say, oh, God, I want to rewrite this part, or I need to do this or this or this. I mean, of course, I question the arrangements and things like that, and we would maybe, fix that, but to fit the vocals. But yeah, it was great to not overthink it and not bang my head against the wall, worried about everything.
No, I understand. That makes sense. So you're not really taking a break either after this, are you? You're back on the road in March with Crowbar.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I imagine as well you must be kind of thinking about, if not already, gearing up for new music on that front, right?
Well, with Crowbar, actually Shane, our bass player, is finishing up track 10 on bass today, so all the guitars, bass, and drums are complete for the record.
Wow.
So, this coming week I start writing lyrics and singing.
Wow. Damn, that is way sooner than expected.
It doesn't stop.
It really doesn't. Do you think you'd be tempted, or are you planning to play any of your sort of solo stuff as part of a Crowbar set, or is it something you maybe want to just take out on the road as yourself?
Yeah, if I do anything, I think it would be, put a band together and do a short tour or something with my solo thing. It's not really, I don't think it would really fit a Crowbar show, and, in all honesty, I wouldn't want to, kind of put it on the other guys in the band, like, hey man, I'd like to play a couple of my solo songs if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I think it's better. Crowbar's Crowbar world, and my solo thing is its own thing,
Yeah, no, that does. You're absolutely right when you put it like that. It makes complete sense. Right, we're running out of time, so I'll get these ones on quick. About Down, how are you feeling about rejoining Down and going out to celebrate the anniversary of Nola? How are you feeling about that?
Oh, I'm very excited. I mean, I've been like to think I've been a very big, important part
Absolutely.
of the band's history and certainly the NOLA record. So, for them to ask me to come back and do these NOLA shows, I think is a great thing. And, we'll see down the line if anything else happens. I really don't know. I don't know where everybody's head's at with it, but it will be fun, and it'll be an honor to celebrate the 25th anniversary of one of the greatest records, in one of the greatest hard rock type records out there, in my opinion. I think it's just an instant classic, and just very proud to be part of it.
Yeah, no arguments here on that front. Does it feel like 25 years though to you?
To my back and knees, it does. And my neck occasionally. But, it flew by. It really, people always say time flies. I mean, when I break it down to, okay, yeah, it was 25 years ago. It does seem like forever ago. But then again, like I said, time does fly. And,
it does.
I'm glad we're doing something to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the record, because it's too classic and too good of a record to just let that opportunity go away.
Yeah, not to make you feel any bad as well. When that record came out, I was 10 years old.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Besides music, what kind of gets you up in the morning these days?
Actually, besides music, what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, besides music, what kind of gets you up in the morning these days?
Really just, outside of music, my whole life is family. My wife and I travel together. She works with me, with Crowbar, and if I do anything with the solo record, we're kind of like a family business with Crowbar and obviously with the solo record. But, we get up and just run errands, and, she loves to cook, so we try to, in the little bit of free time I have, I like to spend it, with my wife, and when I get a chance. My daughter lives in the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area, which is an hour to an hour and a half, depending on traffic from me. And she's now got a job and a car, and now she drives to school and to work. So she's growing up so quick, it's crazy. But I try to see her as often as I can, But I do text or call every day with her. So really, outside of music, family is
number one.
Family's priority number one,
yeah.
Of course. But music thankfully pays the bills. So my free time, which I don't have much of, I like to spend with doing family stuff.
Yeah. Well, finally then, any plans you can talk about regarding visiting the UK this year? Anything on the cards you know of, or you can talk about?
I can't really talk about it, but there could be an announcement soon.
Watch this space.
Which would have a little bit to do with, there's talk of solo album shows over in the UK, and obviously Crowbar as well. We're hoping to have the Crowbar record out by June.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I'm hoping. It'll be complete, and have been started. The mixing process will have started by the time we leave for the Sepultura Sacred Reich tour. So,
yeah.
But yeah, definitely we'll see you in the UK this year with one or both of the bands.
Can't wait. Kirk, thank you very, very much for your time. Really, really appreciate it. Good luck on the tour. Good luck with the Crowbar album, and good luck with all the rest of the press for the solo records.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on GBHBL.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon and help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?